Hey guys, how's it going? So today I have the new Cubicle.us Angstrom Research Lubes, Dignitas and Gravitas, and I'm going to be trying these on the MF3RS2 M. So the Angstrom Research also has two cubes out, and turns out we have a description of what they use. So they say this puzzle is lubed with Lubical Black and the GS nuts, Angstrom Gravitas on the tracks, and a mix of Angstrom Dignitas and DNM37 on the pieces. And well, I have all of those lubes ready to go. And so let's get to opening this up. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. So here is what they look like with two applier tools. I'm not sure which one's Angstrom Dignitas and Gravitas. They don't seem to be marked, but if you look at the website, they show a picture. So it seems to be that this black one is Angstrom Dignitas, and the clear one is Angstrom Gravitas. Okay, so let's take a look at what's inside. Okay, so right away, this container is really sticky. It's like basically like a silicone lube feel on the outside. It's going all over my hands, and it makes this really hard to screw open. Okay, so this is the Angstrom Dignitas. Oh wow, so it's really full right now, and a bunch just dropped on my desk. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's all over my hands and the desk. Probably just gonna wipe this off. So right away, this looks very different from normal silicone lubes. It's milky white, and it seems to have a sort of thicker texture than normal silicone lubes. But let's move on to the Gravitas. Okay, so the Gravitas doesn't seem to be as sticky. It's just my hands are already sticky. But let's just open this. Oh, I see how you can. So this one has like a square base, while this one has more circular. It's just different. Okay, so this looks like Vaseline almost. So you can see the texture on this. It's very opaque. And if you can just look at the texture. Oh yeah, okay, so it's almost like gel. It's not liquidy at all. You can just go like that. At least the texture is. But wow. So these lubes are so far very different from normal lubes or normal silicone lubes. So I'm excited to check these out on the MF3RS2 M. So I'm going to apply the Lubical Black first. And because I already did a video on this, I'm probably just going to do one of the springs and then just speed it up or cut it to the next one. Alright, so I'm going to do the head of the screw first. Okay, seems like that's enough. I'm just going to put it. So back when I did the Lubical Black unboxing video on the SM, it didn't have a lot of change on the GAN puzzles, or not as much as I had liked. So hopefully with a more normal core design, it will do more changes. Okay, so I just reassembled about half of the cube. So to make this an Angstrom cube, I need the Angstrom Gravitas on the tracks. Now I'm not really sure what the tracks are. Now I think it is like this track part on the core, around the edges, so you can see where this track meets the piece, and there's a little dimple in the piece for that. You see right there? So I'm pretty sure that's what they mean by tracks, and if that's the case, I should apply the Gravitas now, so I don't have to re-disassemble it later on. So I'm just gonna do it now. I'm wondering how many tracks I need to get. Maybe just the 4 of these for now. Okay, so this is the jelly kind, and it's very, the texture is very hard. It's not liquidy at all. I'm just gonna put a nice glob on each one, and then just apply this to here. I'm not sure what I'm doing, guys. I'm just trying to get this to work. Let's just put in a bit more, because this has to go around all the pieces. Okay, so it's pretty hard to apply because the gel is so thick, but let's just put a bit more in here. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments about this track thing. I think this is probably where the tracks are, but I'm not really sure. Okay, so I got a pretty good technique, because it has such a hard texture. It's kind of hard to just apply it like that. You kind of have to spin the brush a bit to get it off the brush. So let's continue on. Okay, so I think that's enough for now. I can always go back and reapply it. So I'm gonna reassemble the piece and apply the DNM37 and the Angstrom Dignitas. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys how it felt before. I think the MF3RS2 is an amazing cube, especially for its price. But the turning felt very buttery, smooth. You could hardly hear it, and that makes it one of the top cubes for me. But one thing I didn't like about this cube was that it would always slow down. I don't think it was the core, but kind of the pieces or the structure of the cube made this cube a little too slow for me. So hopefully all this with the Dignitas and the DNM37 will help on the pieces to help speed it up. That was honestly basically one of the only complaints about this cube. So if that is fixed, it actually might be my main. Let's try it so far. Oh wow. Okay, so for some reason it feels more stable. Before it was a little kind of too bendy, but for some reason it feels more controllable, and there seems to be a slight scratchy feeling, so not as smooth. I think that's because of the Lubrical Black. That same thing happened with the UM, but overall really good start. As you can see, this lube is a very milky white and a lot more liquidy, so I could just dump this over and pour it, which I don't want to do. And I guess just apply this on the pieces. I feel like I'm just gonna apply it on here for a good number of the pieces. So let's just take a look at this texture. Okay, so I got the Dignitas broken in. And so far it's pretty gummy. It's actually, I think, slower than it started with, but hopefully I just need to break it in. I'm just gonna apply this DNM37 to make it an Angstrom cube. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw a couple of drops in. Let's just do another side. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm just gonna break it in. I don't know if the Angstrom team has tried out this on the MF3RS2 M, and maybe they didn't like it. Maybe that's why they haven't released it yet. But so far, the DNM37 has made this really fast, surprisingly fast. It's a lot smoother now. The scratching feeling from the biblical black is gone. But right away, it just feels so much faster. I think the Dignitas is definitely making it a lot smoother. I'm not really sure where the Gravitas comes in, because mainly I think the Gravitas made it a little slower and controllable, but the DNM37 kind of made the pieces on the outside feel faster. So inside is very controllable, but also makes the turning very crisp and precise. So if you want your cube to be faster, don't necessarily buy these Angstrom lubes. If you do want to make your cube more controllable, definitely go for this. Or you could go for basically any silicone lube. I think these are just a little more premium. They work great for that reason. They definitely made this cube very controllable. But overall, the Angstrom mixture worked really well on this cube. I'm not sure if they are going to release an Angstrom MF3RS2 M. Hopefully this video served as a little sneak peek of what it would look like. So that is about it, guys. Hope you like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.